Hey guys, this is Naren Zaid with the Hammer Bros, and I'm bringing you the second game of my basement gaming extravaganza here. So as you can see, we played Skaven and Warriors of Chaos again. Same list, 2,400 points, etc. Here he deploys his Wolves, Warriors of Chaos, 20 with halberds and shields. A War Shrine of Zinich, 3 Skull Crushers. His BSB, his hero that has the Dawn Stone, the Helm of Many Eyes, and a halberd. His Chimera and his Demon Prince is behind the building. So you have Gutter Runners here on the left, my Doom Wheel, Slaves, my bus of Storm Vermin, my bunker behind the hill, both my Warp Lightnings on the hill, 2 Rat Darts, the Hell Pit, a bomb, and a unit of Slaves. So I went with a little gambit here in that I was going to go first. Which is semi-foolish of me. And he moves his dog. He's going to vanguard his dogs up. Here's another shot of the deployment. And here's a shot of how he moves on the left side here. You can see he's up here. He's moved his both units of dogs directly in front of my cannons. So it's going to be hard for me to maneuver there, and I'm not sure. I'm going to have to like charge one of my rat darts into his skull crushers and then charge the other one and hopefully get into his warriors. So it's just not optimal for me. During the magic phase, he gets a really low phase, and I can't stop him from doing Rancid Visitations on those Gutter Runners on the bottom left. He only kills one, and then I pass my toughness test. And he has no shooting to speak of, so we go to Skaven turn. Skaven turn here, I charge my... Well, first I'll do my shot of my random movement here. This is a 5 and a 6 and a 6 for 17 inches on my Hell Pit Abomination. So I've never rolled that before, I don't believe. So I'm pretty pumped that my Hell Pit's going to get into these warriors. Here's just an overview of what I had to do. So you can see here I had to charge my Rat Dart into those Skull Crushers, which is not ideal. And I charge my Stormvermin into those dogs, and then I charge my Slaves into the dogs as well. I ram my Doom Wheel into my Slaves to kill a couple and keep it in position, and I move my Gutter Runners up there to take shots at the War Shrine of Zinich. During the magic phase, trying to think what I think I just try to cast Howling Warp Gale here, and he dispels it. We go to the shooting phase, and I take a couple of shots at his heroes here, but I'm unable to wound. I believe I misfire with one, and it goes off the table. And then the second one, I roll like a 2 or something, and I'm unable to wound. A 2 for the strength. So we go to close combat. Surprising no one, the Rat Dart is killed, but look at this, Hell Pit. Hell Pit takes 3 wounds, kills 3 Chaos Warriors, and breaks from combat. He rolled 4 or 5 wounds, did 3, and I rolled Avalanche of Flesh, got 2 hits, got 5 hits, rolled 2 1s, and then rolled a 1 on my Thunder Stomp. So I only killed 3 of them. He's not able to run the Hell Pit down, so that's great. And the only good news here is that he can't charge me, because you can see his dogs broke from combat here. So they're in the way of his warriors from getting around and wheeling appropriately. So the Hell Pit's going to be able to hopefully rally, and that's really it for his turn. So on his movement in the next turn, he moves like so to the left, and he's going to flame those Gutter Runners. And then you can see here some of the moves he makes. So you can see his warriors move up, his Skull Crushers reform like so, and his hero flees. What? No, his hero wasn't fleeing. He turned him around to take care of these Gutter Runners. So we go to the magic phase. He's too far out to do anything. He doesn't do anything over there. He shoots his Flaming Breath, does 2 or 3 wounds to my Gutter Runners, and I make a bunch of ward saves, and I only lose 1, I believe. We go to the close combat phase. There's none to speak of, so we go to my turn. I rally the Hell Pit and turn him like so. I charge those Skull Crushers with my Warrior Bus or my Storm Vermin Bus, and it looks like that. You can see my Doom Wheel over here wasn't able to go very far. It only went a handful of inches, but I'm going to try and take out that Chimera again. Here's another shot of where my hell pit is, the positioning of my cannons. I'm showing off his dice here. He tries to get Rancid Visitations off on the hell pit, and it doesn't, and it goes off, but I dispel it. You can see here's my positioning here. This is after combat. I am unable to kill the Chimera with the Doom Wheel. It misfires and goes straight ahead, I believe, and then doesn't do anything. The Storm Vermin kill all but one of the warriors of the Skull Crushers, and the Skull Crusher makes his break check needing a 4 or a 3, and he makes it. So that was really unfortunate because now I'm about to get flank charged by a BSB, possibly a War Shrine, and a whole bunch of warriors. So we go to his turn, and that's exactly what he does. He charges in with those 3 units, and he charges his Chimera into the Gutter Runners right here. I stand and shoot, and that's all she wrote for those guys. So during his magic phase, he's not in a proper position with his Demon Prince right now, so he's behind the hill, so he doesn't have much to do. So he tries to Rancid Visitations. I dispel it, and that's the end of his phase. He doesn't have any shooting, so we go to close combat. In the close combat phase, the Chimera kills the Gutter Runners and reforms. The Skull Crusher is killed by my Lord, and I take a bunch of casualties, but I manage to remain steadfast, though I'm disrupted, so I have a leadership 7. I make it. And I'm perfectly set up here with the Hell Pit, so I'm going to go into his flank with the Hell Pit. Here's how I reposition. I reposition to protect the Grey Seer and all that stuff. The slaves move up on the right here just in case everything goes horribly wrong. I can hopefully rear charge or block up those warriors a little bit more to protect my cannons. The Doom Wheel goes towards the Chimera and manages to make it into combat with him. So I'm happy about that. Hopefully my Warp Lightning shots will be able to get him, and if not, my impact hits. So here's another look at our shooting. So what you're going to see next is a dead Chimera. I'm able to pop him. I don't have anything to shoot at with my cannons because the War Shrine is too close to the combat. So that's that. We go to close combat here, and the Storm Vermin are able to kill. They're able to kill a couple warriors, and the Hell Pit does a whole lot of work on the warriors. He kills something like, 15 or so between Avalanche and Thunderstomps and impact hits. So the BSB is on double ones. He breaks. The warriors are on Snake Eyes, and they also break and are run down by the Hell Pit. We go to his turn. He flies his Demon Prince where you can see him right there, like so. You can see my Hell Pit is gone. That's because he's been shot out by the Demon Prince. He gets what does he do? I think he Rancid Visitations him off the board this turn. Yes, and that's what happens. So he's gone, and he positions like so, and that's the end of his turn. During my turn, this is the turn I think I finally cannonball that that +1 rerollable guy off. My Doom Wheel goes into the flank here. My Storm Vermin and Lord go in here. We go to the magic phase. I don't cast anything because everything's stuck in combat. So we go to the shooting phase. The Doom Wheel fails to shoot, I believe, or I roll a 2. I roll a 2 and I don't get any 6s. The combat is pretty straightforward. I believe he cast miasma. No, he cast a toughness 1 on the War Shrine, so it's like toughness 8, so I can't wound it. I don't really do anything. He sticks, and the Demon Prince is going to turn to face. The cannons are just aching to shoot at this Demon Prince, but unfortunately are unable to. He casts another, no, not Rancid Visitations this time. I think he shoots the Vortex, and it goes through my Storm Vermin and kills a couple, and then it goes through this and kills this many slaves. And he also gets the buff off again, irresistibly on that. Doesn't take any wounds, nothing. Demon Prince kills the Doom Wheel. Storm Vermin managed to kill the Chariot this turn. So that was good. I rolled a couple 6s. He failed his ward. I reform like so. He charges into me. I hold. He gets miasma of pestilence off. I challenge with my lord. He accepts. We fight. I get 1 wound dealt to me. I deal 1 to him, and I stick. Or he sticks. He's unbreakable, and he sticks, and that's the end of the game. So it's another win for the Skaven here. My buddy learned a lot in this one. I helped him out with, when you're playing Warriors, and if anyone out there who is a much more experienced Warriors player than I, which isn't hard, I feel like they always got to go all in. I feel like you can't really mess around with them because otherwise they'll just pick off one part. And if you're missing too many parts when you actually get into combat, it's going to be hard to win. So let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one.